Halo, balik lagi teman-teman di channel Independent Training. Kira-kira kita mau bikin konten apa ya hari ini? Jadi kita lanjutin lagi pembahasan kita. Teman-teman cek dulu video sebelumnya terkait tentang hipotesis dan cara baca hasil signifikansi penelitian. Nah, dari sana kita sekarang mau bahas data analisis, atau sebetulnya apa saja yang perlu kamu ungkapkan minimal di bab 4 kamu ataupun di tugas akhir kamu ya. Nah, jadi minimal yang perlu kita ungkapkan pertama yaitu adalah statistik deskriptif. Nanti in detail apa saja yang perlu diungkapkan dalam statistik deskriptif. Yang kedua yaitu adalah asumsi klasik, ada 4 item in detail, kamu terus tonton kontennya. Dan yang terakhir itu adalah ANOVA, F-test dan T-test. Itu adalah pengungkapan minimal yang perlu ataupun yang harus ada di bab 4 tugas akhir kamu. Asumsinya konten ini dibuat untuk tugas akhir kuantitatif data keuangan. So, buat teman-teman yang mau terus nonton update terbaru dari Independent Training, jangan lupa untuk subscribe. Okay guys, so welcome back to channel Independent Training. So today we are going to discuss everything related with discussion analysis. So discussion analysis going to be discussed related about SPSS software that you should put in your chapter 4, especially in result and discussion. So we have descriptive statistics, and then we have also assumption classic test, and then the last one will be ANOVA or F-test, and then hypothesis testing. So we are going to discuss right now is data analysis and interpretation by SPSS. So I'm going to tell you that this is a must for your final thesis, especially for bachelor degree, that this is assumption your final thesis using multiple regressions. So like don't forget to if you noticed that already video before regarding to test the hypothesis, yeah, so don't forget to see our previous video regarding the hypothesis testing. Multiple regression to test independent variable towards dependent variable. So I put here in 1, 2, 3 we have 3 independent variable towards dependent variable. Multiple regression usually in quantitative research financial data. So the first one, you should have statistic descriptive, yeah, descriptive statistic, at least consists of maximum, minimum, mean, standard, and then the last one is standard deviation. So the maximum is the highest value from your sampling, and then the minimum is the lowest value from your sampling. Mean or otherwise is average. That will be your descriptive statistics. Yeah. So after descriptive statistic, we are going to discuss assumption classic. So in SPSS we have 4 assumption classic: normality test, multicollinearity, heteroscedasticity, and then autocorrelation. Yeah. So normality test, usually we are going to test the Kolmogorov-Smirnov test. Yeah, that will be the name of the test in SPSS. Multicollinearity, we are going to have the output of variance inflation factor. The value of variance inflation factor should be less than 10. That will be the mandatory value for your multicollinearity result. Yeah. And then the next will be autocorrelations. Yeah, autocorrelations, we are going to use the Durbin-Watson value. Yeah. In here, I also put the one requirement file that you should have is the Durbin-Watson significant in 5%. Yeah, so you can easily download, usually from Google. Just download the table PDF significant 5% from Google. Yeah, then we are going to compare the value from the PDF, and then this is the Durbin-Watson from our SPSS. Assumption classic, the last one is heteroscedasticity. Yeah? Heteroscedasticity will be the last test for your assumption classic. Yeah. So if I'm going to repeat, the first one will be descriptive statistic. Yeah. And then after the descriptive statistic, you should test the assumption classic. Assumption classic consists of normality test, multicollinearity test, autocorrelation, and then heteroscedasticity. Yeah. That will be the assumption class, assumption test for multiple regressions. Yeah. After assumption classic assumption, yeah, don't forget to discuss the ANOVA. So ANOVA is actually the goodness fit of model. Goodness fit of model will be indicate if the significance is less than 5%. Yeah, if the significance less than 5%, it means that your title or your model is good enough to be your title because it's already less than 5%. So ANOVA is the most important from hypothesis testing. Yeah, usually if you are a student, I already get a lot of questions. Sir, how about if the T hypothesis is less than 5%? Regardless the T hypothesis is less than 5%, the most important one is the ANOVA or F test. Yeah, so ANOVA or F test actually the goodness fit of model that represent of your title. So let's put emphasis on ANOVA or F test rather than T test. Okay, so after ANOVA, yeah, will be the T test or hypothesis testing. Hypothesis testing, yeah, we are going to test the independent variable towards dependent variable. The value should be less than 0.05 or otherwise 5%. Same also in the second variable, independent variable towards dependent variable, it should be less than 5%. Yeah, it will indicate that you will accept the hypothesis. Yeah, you will accept the hypothesis, and then you will reject the null hypothesis. Yeah, the null hypothesis, don't forget that the null hypothesis, yeah, just click on our previous video regarding hypothesis. Okay, adjusted R square will be the last thing that you should disclose in your chapter 4 or result and discussion. Yeah, usually adjusted R square interpretation in percentage. It means if the value of adjusted R square is 89%, it means that independent variables simultaneously explain the effect towards dependent variable 89%. Yeah, or otherwise in 11%, we have another variable that are not included in our research that could be the next research gap. Okay, that will be adjusted R square. So in conclusion, the multiple regression, yeah, for your chapter 4 consists of descriptive statistic, yeah, descriptive statistic, yeah, maximum value, minimum value, mean or average, and then the last one is standard deviations. Yeah. After that, don't forget assumption classic test. Assumption classic test, we have 4 type of tests: normality test, yeah, multicollinearity test, heteroscedasticity test, and then the last one, yeah, will be autocorrelations. Yeah, that will be the assumption classic test. We are moving forward to ANOVA or F test. ANOVA or F test is going to test whether your model is already good enough. It means your title will be accepted or not. Yeah. So don't forget that F test is more important than T test. Yeah. After F test, we are going to test the hypothesis testing. Hypothesis testing depends on your independent variable. It means if you have 3 dependent variable, it also means you have 3 hypotheses that you should be test. Yeah. The last one is adjusted R square. Adjusted R square usually interpretation in percentage. Okay. Yeah. Next will be the output of descriptive statistic. Yeah. The this is SPSS software, yeah. So just ignore, this is your variable in the left side, and then this is the number of sampling, this is the minimum value, maximum value, mean, and then standard deviation, yeah. So no matter how you deal with your SPSS, you should have descriptive statistic, and then this is the output of descriptive statistics. Next will be normality test. Normality test we are going to test with Kolmogorov-Smirnov test. Yeah, just focus on asymptotic significant to tail. It should be more than 0.05 or 5%. Yeah. Exception for this normality test, it should be more than 5%. Yeah. This is the output of normality test. Yeah. Multicollinearity test, yeah, focus on variance inflation factor. Why? I already mentioned before that VIF should be less than 10 the value. Yeah, so this is, if you have noticed, this is 1.02, 1.02. So it means we can accept that there is no multicollinearity in your multiple regressions. Yeah, after multicollinearity test, autocorrelation test. Yeah, autocorrelation test we focus on Durbin-Watson value, but this is not the end. You should compare this Durbin-Watson value versus your Durbin-Watson table significant 5%. Yeah, that is the autocorrelation test, and then the last one is heteroscedasticity test. Yeah, this is the value. If you notice, this should be more than 0.05 or 5%. Yeah, so don't forget, if F test and then T test, it should be less than 5% or less than 0.05, but for normality test and heteroscedasticity test, it should be more than 0.05. Yeah, so F test, T test should be less. I'm sorry if I'm wrong mentioning before. F test and then T test should be less. Heteroscedasticity and normality test should be more than 5%. Yeah. And then this is the ANOVA test. Yeah, ANOVA test, it means goodness fit of model. Yeah, so goodness fit of model, just focus on significant value. It should be less than 5%. Yeah, over here in the right side, ANOVA test, and then the last one is T test. Yeah, T test is depend on your dependent variable. If you have 4 dependent variable, it means you have 4 different results. Yeah, 0.46, 0.23, 0.63, and then 0.00. Yeah, so this is the result of your t-test or hypothesis testing. Yeah. And then the last one is Just R square. Yeah, Just R square is 0.89. It means 89.4%. Yeah, the independent variable that consists of, yeah, your independent variable. Just mentioning your independent variable affect the dependent variable 89.4%. Yeah, it means the other percents, yeah, or the remaining percentage is not recovered, is not included in your research. Yeah, so as a wrap up on your our video, the first one you should have is descriptive statistic, and then assumption classic test, yeah, normality test, multicollinearity test, heteroscedasticity test, and then autocorrelations. Yeah, and then after assumption classic test will be ANOVA for goodness fit of model, and then t-test for your hypothesis testing, and then the last one is adjusted R-square. Yeah, so that will be the all minimum requirement in your result and discussion or chapter 4, yeah, using SPSS. Yeah, so but that will be different policy in different institution or different university, but usually in the best practice you should have the descriptive statistic. Assumption classic test consists of 4 tests, and then ANOVA for F-test, T-test, and then the last one is adjusted R-square. Yeah, so in the last word, don't forget, if you notice that this video is bringing benefit, just share it to your friend, and then if you like, just push the like button, and then I'm waiting actually your comment or your idea for what content or what video that we are going to discuss next. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe Independent Training. Okay, teman-teman Independent Training, so we already discussed regarding the minimum requirement, the minimum disclosure, the minimum statistic result that you should have in your chapter 4, usually result and discussion chapter. Yeah, the first one will be descriptive statistics, yeah? And then the assumption classic test consists of 4 tests we have, and then ANOVA or F test, it means the goodness fit of your model, and then the T test or hypothesis testing, and then the last one is adjusted R-square. Yeah? So our video or content is usually depend on your different university. We have different policy, but that is the best or the common practice usually that you should disclose in your chapter 4 or result and discussion chapter. Yeah, okay. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel Independent Training, so you will get the latest update, the latest content from our channel Independent Training.